Cincinnati.
Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Get set. 11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, 11 Thomas.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line.
11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
11. 12. 12.
Burrow will throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers to the 27-yard line. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that's on great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second down and 7.
Back to throw. DeMarco. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Burrow. That's complete to Treylon Burks.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11, Thomas. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Right. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Ridley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down, as you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Down.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Again, it'll be Akers.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Akers. They try and run.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll run with Ridley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11 empty.
Burrow on 3rd down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Here we go.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
11.
Burrow on play action, rolling to his left. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
12.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On one, ready?
2nd and 8.
Now it's Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
11, Thomas.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On 2, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A give running right is Akers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Draw play, Carter.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
11, 11, 11. 11, MT, take. 11, God.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
And it's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Ridley. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll drop this underneath to Carter.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Burrow gets this one quickly. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. A give up the middle to Akers.
He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. DeMarco. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
11 mighty. 11.
Here's Burrow. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Burrow will throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point safely through. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And brought down there by Taylor Rapp.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. That is